Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakaha Kwadash. Double honor unto my apostles and bishops of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And we have to mention the Israelites that are also scattered amongst different countries around the world, which we refer to as Israelite foreigners, because they are Israelites. They may not necessarily be a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, but they're scattered amongst these other nations. And my name is Kassad, and there's going to be another news update dealing with a couple articles, and Lord willing, this lesson be edifying. All right. As you can see on the screen right here, this article is from RT.com and it is entitled "Drowning in Debt: The Perilous at the Heart of the U.S. Fiscal Crisis." All right. So, you got debt, heavy debts in this country. America's in debt, man. Hundreds of trillions of dollars. All right. You can check that out on the U.S. debt clock. All right. Just shows you what times that we living in, man. All right. The scriptures, the prophecies is coming to life, and the ones that are yet to come will come to life. All right. Yeah, we don't really have to go into this too much. Or the title is pretty much, the proof is in the title. All right. I'm gonna check out this other article right here. It says, this is from Watcher.Guru. It says, BRICS prepare for U.S. dollar collapse. International Monetary Fund warns. All right. It says, according to a Russian IMF representative, BRICS is ready to offer an alternative to the U.S. dollar amid the currency collapse, and the bloc must prepare for such an instance. The alliance, consisting of Russia, India, China, Brazil, South Africa, and support nations, has been working to abandon the U.S. dollar for some time. All right, and these things don't happen overnight. Okay, and all of this, the reason why the U.S. dollar hasn't collapsed is because it's not time yet, according to the Most High's time. All right. We know that we're close because we're experiencing heavy levels of inflation. We're seeing the signs in the heaven. All right. The signs of the coming of the Lord here on earth, such as earthquakes, uproars of the people. You had the protests with these Palestinians. All right. And that's causing legislation to come to pass protecting the big nose small hats. All right. But yeah, dealing with this dollar collapse. All right. You're seeing signals that the dollar's going to collapse back in 2008. All right. But it wasn't time yet back then. All right. And everything is according to the Most High's time. Okay. Because this dollar could collapse at any moment. All right. It's not backed by true precious substance, man. Okay. It really has no value, man. All right. And it's only a matter of time before these people lose faith in that dollar, such as these other nations already have. Okay. So, that being said, we're going to get the scriptures. Now, this is, let me get the book of Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 2. I start at verse 5. It says, yea, also, because he transgressed by wine. It's talking about Esau, the so-called white man. All right, he transgressed by wine, which is his doctrines, his ideologies, his philosophies. All right, their lifestyle. All right, which the so-called white man promotes in straight wickedness on the planet Earth. Do as thou wilt. Democracy, which democracy done led to a whole other democracy, which led to basically many other different mindsets, all right, such as same-sex, feminism, all right, condoning devil worship, and so forth and so on, man. It says, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as deaf, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. All right, that sounds like somebody we should all know. A people we should all know. Through process of elimination, who's doing that? None other than the white man, the so-called white man. All right. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, which are these other nations, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that laddeth himself with thick clay. All right. So these nations is talking shit. All right. Roughly, for lack of a better word, these nations are, scoffing and scorning, talking shit to the so-called white man here in America. All right. And they're ready to move on from the US dollar. That's why you have the BRICS alliance. Of all those different countries teaming up together to formulate and set up their own currencies to bypass the dollar. All right. So yes, the dollar will soon collapse, man, because that's another reason why this dollar has been lasting for so long. It's because these nations were using the dollar to trade oil. They were trading oil through the transactions via the US dollar. But, these nations are beginning to refrain from that. All right? And guess what? These nations completely dump their shares of the dollar and they don't use the dollar for trade with oil and things like that. That's going to lead to less funding for Israel, less funding for Ukraine. Okay? It's going to lead to a straight up war because America's just not going to sit back and let their dollar collapse. And they're definitely not going to just sit there and let their dominance fall back or fall short. All right, so we're very close to the dollar collapse, and that's going to lead to many other different events taking place, man. So be on your P's and Q's and be circumspect out here. You know, prepare for a cyber attack, a false flag attack, anything, man. The scriptures say, never trust thine enemy, man. Um, let me get Isaiah 14. It says Isaiah 14. Let me see. All right, here we go. Isaiah 14, verse 9. It says, "Hell hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us?" Right? And that's these other nations. And they're going to be saying that about America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay? It says, "Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, even the worms cover thee, and the worms cover thee." So this place is circling the drain, man. Yeah, and the mirth is gone out of this land, all right? And it's time for this place to be destroyed, because wickedness is at an all-time high, like scripture say in 2 Ezra the 15th chapter. Wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth. All right? You know, whenever you turn on your phone, or you turn on your TV, turn on your radio, you hear wickedness, man. You hear about, atrocities being done, folly, crimes, petty crimes, no level of no regard for the elderly or the young, right? So this place, everybody's all proud for no apparent reason. All right, that they're proud because they think that America is like not going down. A lot of these people that are proud, they're still living in that illusion. They're still living in that darkness, man. That veil. Okay. You don't see these doomsday preppers that be on YouTube. They don't have that proud mentality in terms of mannerisms. Why? Because they know that this place is circling the drain. That's why they're preparing. Meanwhile, you Joe Schmoes and you Karens out there, and you chimpanzees out there that's running around like a wild bull in a net, like the scriptures say. Right? You have that stiff neck. Right? But that's all right. Because you people are in for a rude awakening, man. All right. Right, so final scripture. This is Job chapter 20, verse 15. And it says, "He hath swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. Most High shall cast them out of his belly." All right. So let's talk about the so-called white man. All right, when we say the so-called white man, we're really talking about the hierarchy, the top of the pyramid, so to speak. All right, we're talking about the elites. of this society. We're talking about the secret council of the wicked, which is the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, all right, the Oppenheimers, the elite bloodlines of the royal Edomites, all right, so-called Illuminati, right? It says, he has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly, right? So this man is gonna lose his sovereignty. He's gonna lose his assets, all right? And he's gonna lose all his riches and his power, his dominance, all right? Because Yahweh Shai is on his way back, and that's who the world calls Jesus Christ. And he is a so-called black man, and he is going to crack them clouds. Okay, he's going to crack them clouds in the heavens, and he's going to pay you so-called white people a visit. All right? And the Most High is stirring up your enemies against you. This is just the beginning. Okay? All of these riches that you got, the real riches, the gold vaults, all of that, you're gonna return that to the rightful owners, which the Lord's people, the Lord's chosen people, Israel, the real Israelites. All right? All that gold you got in them vaults, all that land you got throughout the four corners of the earth, right? All that the cattle, all right? All of the fields that you control, territories, and real resources, you're going to give that up. All right? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.